Hi everyone, it's Kristen. I know I haven't been around a lot. Um, a lot's gone on in the last couple months since about Thanksgiving. Around Thanksgiving and Christmas, they were just really, really busy with, you know, two kids and running around for this family get together and that family get together. So I didn't get much um, recording in or much time even on Facebook. Um, in January, my brother started getting sick. Just kind of like retaining water and shortness of breath. And we were all pretty sure that it was heart failure. But he kept saying, "Oh, I have an appointment with my doctor. I'll be fine." On Thursday, the 22nd of January, no, not 22nd, I'm sorry, the 24th, I went to a wake for one of my very good friends I used to work with, and I got a phone call while on the way to the wake that my brother was be brought to the ER at a local one of the hospitals out in Albany. And I said, "All right, we'll leave as soon as we leave the wake. I'll go and sit with him because my mom was with the twins." And his white cell count was very elevated, and his oxygen count was very low. And he they wanted to admit him. He told them, "I would rather be admitted at Elias. It's closer to home." Um, and they said, "Well, we can't transfer you." And he didn't understand why not. And at that point in time, the most important thing to him was taking care of his boys. Sorry, guys. And he discharged himself, AMA against medical advice. And about 4:30 in the morning on Friday, he woke up with shortness of breath again. Just was sleeping, randomly woke up, couldn't breathe. And he was able to catch his breath and he went back to sleep. Got up about 8:30 or 9:30, something like that, I think. And he was out of breath again, and he talked to his primary care physician, and they told him to go to the ER. And as soon as I got the phone call from my mom at 10:30, yeah, he must have gotten up at 9:30 because I got the call at 10:30. And I said, "I'm on my way," because, again, Mom couldn't leave. So I get to the hospital, to the ER at Ellis, and I spent all day with him, and their blood results or blood tests revealed the same thing. His white cell count was even more elevated than it was the day before, so that means an infection somewhere. And he had 2 weeks before he had been on an oral antibiotic for a infection in his legs, and that was about 11:30. We got the blood work results, and I spent all day with him because they were going to admit him to the hospital. He was okay with it for the most part, and I left the hospital about midnight when he finally got a room and got his bed, and it was all nice and comfy. I went home, and at about 1:30 in the afternoon on Saturday, I got a phone call. This is while I was getting ready to go up and see him. I got a phone call saying my cousin went to see him, and he wasn't in his room on the regular floor. So, turns out they moved him to the intensive care unit, and while in the ICU, his oxygen levels were still dropping, and they had him on the BiPAP machine, which covers his entire face and helps breathe, which is supposed to help bring the oxygen up. And he had already been on like 4 doses of IV antibiotics since he got there on Friday. And Mom and I got to the hospital about 2. My cousin, that was there before, watched the boys. And my husband had our kids. And sorry, I was just trying to remember if my mother-in-law had Faith, but I think Wade had both of them. And I got to the hospital about, like I said, I think it was 2:30, something like that, and I was in the ICU room with my mom and Will, and I turned to my mom and I said, "I can't, I emotionally, I can't handle another wake or funeral this week." And she said, no, the doctor said he's going to be fine. You know, he'll be fine. And the BiPAP machine wasn't working too well because he kept slipping. Has really long hair, and the straps around the head were slipping. And joking around, I said to my mom, do you think he'd kill us if we shaved his head? And he answered yes. So he knew we were there. He was fine. My aunt showed up, and they asked us to leave the room so they could intubate him because the BiPAP machine wasn't helping enough. Sorry. At about 5, I want to say, is when they started to intubate him, and the doctor came out at about 5:30, 6 o'clock-ish, and said they had some troubles. They tried to intubate him, and he threw up and inhaled it, so he aspirated a little bit. And once they got him cleaned up, and tried to intubate him again, I don't know why, it was just a reaction. He started biting down on the breathing tube, and his heart stopped. And they did CPR, and they brought him back once. After they had his airways cleaned out and they started to get the tube in place again, his heart stopped a second time. And my mom went back to see him about 6 o'clock while they were doing CPR on him. And she got to talk to him and see him. And then I got called back in at 6:20 on Saturday, January 26th. And I was in the room. Sorry. I was holding his hand and yelling at him that, Will, you can't do this. You can't leave us. And at 6:22, there wasn't any more body function sounds. They couldn't find a blood flow, and he was gone. Sorry. I thought I was ready to do this video because it's been 2 months. And in the meantime, after Christmas, I had signed up for some schooling for classes, but they didn't know when classes were going to start. So the day of his wake, I get a phone call asking when I can come in to do my typing test so I can start classes. They said orientation starting Friday. His wake was Wednesday. That wasn't the day of the wake, it was the day of the funeral, I'm sorry. His funeral was Thursday, and they called me and said, well, orientation's starting tomorrow. So I had to leave my family for about an hour and a half and go do a typing test so I could start school and start classes. And I did. I started orientation the day after his funeral, and I've been going ever since, and I'm doing well. I'm going for medical office administration. So, just working on that right now, and looking forward to Easter. We had Easter photos done of the kids and my nephews, so my mom has at least one good photo of all 4 of her grandkids. And my mom just had a reverse shoulder replacement on Friday. So it's been a very busy week. Right now, Wade has the kids at the playground. Faith wanted to go to the park, go to the playground. So that's where they are while I am trying to catch up on some YouTube videos. And congratulations to Renee. And I've caught bits and pieces. I know Missy got her BFP and had her anatomy scan already, and I know last I knew Janet had got her BFP too, and I'm so happy for everyone. It's just been really hard for me to do anything. I didn't even want to, like, go online. I didn't want to start school, but I knew it was for the best. I just wish I could have my brother back. He was 35 years old. Sorry. So, I've just been going through a lot, and I felt that you guys deserved an update about what was going on. Okay. I swear I'm okay. I'll be fine. I guess that's really it. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.